Why you bully me?
Save your buttholes, boys.
We finally made it. At long last. It's 3.26 time. How's everyone doing? Guitaraholic Valitus. Thanks for the follow. Kiros. Can you believe it's actually happening? Wait, why can't I go 21 by 60? What the frick? Localization restriction? What the fuck racism is this? Wait, so I can't watch in high res because I'm African? What? What the shit? The fuck?
Emotional damage.
This is racist.
Emotional damage.
What the frick? What's YouTube? Oh, hey Rickson, how you doing? All right. All right, I'm here. I was this close to not streaming. I don't know what's going on. I woke up with like a little bit of a scratchy throat, and throughout the course of the day it's just got worse and worse. But I cannot miss this. I cannot miss this. What's up, Forbidden Exile? Jeez, long time. How you doing? We got a bingo to do while we wait. We have a bingo to do. Let's have a banger league indeed. So I have plans for this league that are very, very different from what I usually do. But I think it's going to be way better.
I'm gonna make this joke. It's a joke. Once, but only 23k PP are tuning into Topo Livestream. Dead game, just give up on PoE 1 and focus on PoE 2.26.
Damn, only 23,000 people watching Dead Game. How many does Diab? Sorry, we didn't talk about that game. Took a few months off and stopped making content. I hope that I'm sure this will go up to like 100k, right? You can watch in 2160. What the heck? Yeah, so I'm gonna watch the announcement. I'm going straight to bed afterwards. We're not hanging around for the Ziggy thing, all right? We can watch that tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not sitting through that again.
Not a shot am I sitting through the Ziggy thong.
The Ziggy thong. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Hopefully it'll get to 100k. I think so. Nah, don't worry about the numbers, all right? Don't worry about the numbers on this. No. It was just a typo. Guitarholic's basically leaking Discord chats right now. I said to Guitarholic, he was asking if I was gonna stream, and I was like, yeah, I will stream, but I'm not a shot am I gonna sit through the Ziggy thong. The Ziggy, what does the D stand for? It's actually a good question. D's nuts. Ha! Got him. Wah, 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 wah. Get fucking destroyed. PTK. Okay. One thing I did do today while I was like lying in bed, I have content plans for this league that are very different. The first thing, I'm not gonna say what the plans are, because I feel like anytime anyone says, oh, I have big plans and I'm gonna do this and this and this and this, it's a recipe for failure. Like I've never seen anyone follow through when they do that. The big dramatic proclamation about the future Lolcohol 2.0. But one thing I'm not gonna do this league, I'm not doing a league starter. I'm not doing a league starter build this league. Nope. It's not happening. And that alone is opening up the door for so much more. So much more. All right, should we do our little bongo? Oh, frick. How do is control answer? Yeah, control answer. Key prefixes is back? Is that confirmed? Please. Oh, you're adding to the bingo, right? I hope you're right. I think I turned my PoE graphics down a little bit. Yeah, so we got hello, do you think they'll nerf lightning strike? Yes. Yeah. I hope recombinators are fucking deleted from the game. Old mechanic rework, King's March. They did show King's March on the waypoint thing. When in one of the teasers there was an icon for King's March. So I mean, everyone's saying like self-cast buffs, LS nerfs. These are like gimmies. But I want to do more interesting stuff like influence buffs. I think influence item buffs like huge influence item buffs. We gotta have something in here for like Xana. Shaper how do you spell Venarius? Tiered item superior 2. Ooh. A great league sort. Wait for the patch notes. Wait for the patch notes. We will have to see. Oh. Nebby, how you doing, man? I would say Assassin's a good idea. It's weird. This league, I'm not remotely interested in league starters. I'm gonna be joining PTK on an interesting journey. 24 squares. All right. Let's do it. I mean, what about like old crafting stuff back? I mean, I know we're getting like the Veil though, but what about like reforged key prefixes? PoE trade shops now usable in PoE 1. Kill mobs in a square. Yeah, no, Nebby, I've like I said, I'm not gonna say what I'm doing, but I would like to speak to Guitaraholic or something about it, just to bounce ideas. What is it? Alt Shift 4? How do you? What is cross out? Isn't it Alt Shift 5? You'll say hush about. It's not so much to do with like keeping a strategy secret. It's more just that I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. What about Auction House? Do you think this is we finally had time to clear our backlogs, League? What time is the announcement? It is in 28 minutes. I don't think WASD will come. I think that's they'd have to re-rig all the models. It's too much of an undertaking, I think. Forces is free. Archmage nerf. The thing is, with the bingo, they're probably not going to announce Archmage is nerfed, right? The auction house will go core, like 1,000,000%. That's without a doubt. That is core at this point. So I think which old mechanic? So PTK said old mechanic rework. I'm pretty sure Betrayal rework. Xana is the final boss. Shadow, what's up? Betrayal rework. I'm just gonna start writing stuff in. Huge influence buffs. It's not time for that. Rigs and all MTX need to be, yeah, and like synth rework. Ooh, yeah. I mean, there was like a hint at Venarius, right? Turn player MTX off. Your Betrayal friends from the old days are now the sub bosses. Isn't that what it was already though? What did you guys say? Oh, class rework. Yeah, I like that. That feels likely. Yeah, that's kind of what Betrayal is already. What about? Should we say harvest? Ooh, shadow. Yeah, what about like Freesia Ascendancy or something? There's some like Freesia Ascendancy shit in there. Uba Elder. Oh yeah. Okay. Uba Elder. Oh, Forbidden Flesh Flame Jewels for Frisia. I'm gonna say self-cast buff / LS nerf. Scavenger going cool. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, man. Like, if Assassin is just kind of shit and out of date and there was a really cool Ascendancy, it's just like, make the Assassin the Scavenger or whatever. Yeah, replace one of the others. Say, this Ascendancy is just way out of date, we're just gonna replace it. New notification on the PoE Discord, huh? What is it? Bow, 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 bow. Where in PoE 1 news? Oh. Stream starts in 27 minutes at the time of this post. Uh-huh. A tweet? Can you link it? Thank you. OMG. Paggy not found. Yeah, it's on. It's on motion. Have you turned yours on? Dear Internet, please work. I see writing. What does it say? Trarthan Code, Article 5. What the frick? Why is my internet not working? Yeah, please. Thank you. I was waiting for you to just send it to me. I don't have to go on this fucking wretched website. Alright, let's Trarthan Code, Article 5. Those of the great houses shall answer any blood wager issued. The victor may choose one of 3 fates. For those bested to seize a trinket, bind them in employ, or decree banishment. What's with these random capitals? Only the challenger risks death's embrace. All under the great house of Kita, Kyaxan, Bardia, and Azadi shall uphold this code, or forfeit their standing in the death trades. We, the leaders of houses of Trathus. Is this some like heist shit? This looks like heist. Article to the Trarthan Code on this. The 4th men's of the Corothan's primacy sealed in blood on earth. Dude, are they adding new heists? Anyone interviewing? Oh. This looks very heisty, dude. Are we getting a heist rework? I'm adding it in. Screw it. Trinket. Yeah, and the word trinket is in there. The word trinket is in there. Seize a trinket. Emp. Empyrean. Ban. Emp. Empyrean getting banned. Kyaxan, Bardia, and the Azadi. CBT ban Emp. What could it mean? Lost Samurai. Thank you for the sub. Sub for 14 months. How you doing? Level 85 heists. TGH. TTEB. Beat. Get. I don't think there's something in there, man. This is maybe something, but look. Here's chain. C. Heart. H. Hand. H. And daggers. CHHD. Okay, there's probably some shit in there that we're too dumb to figure out. Ah, there we go. Is that what it says? Eboa. Nini! OMG, Nini, what's up?
Oh, hello.
Thank you.
Divini offer.
Divinia off, thank you for the prime sub. Yeah, drops are enabled. Just make sure they're enabled on your side as well. Is everyone excited? Castle League? Heck yes. Okay, huge self-cast, old crafting stuff. Can I say, I just want to say harvest buff. I just want to say harvest buffs. It's a bit vague. Archmage WAC seems a bit far-fetched. Hit me with some shiz. We've got 20 minutes. You're gonna miss the announcement live, but hype. Yeah, it is hype. Heck yes. Path of Exile, Secret of that. Oh yes. That was one of my predictions in my video. Is expansion and league. So like old school expansion plus league. Yes, yeah. And then what else? New pinnacle. OMG. Divine power. Thank you, Rob Pog. Thank you for the sub. Thanks for all the subs, everyone. You're gonna have to make a Zana arrive. Yes. You predict this? A populous patch. They won't nerf much. Yeah, I agree. We waited. Yeah. 100%. Idols and Atlas Tree. That was sort of one of my predictions of like Atlas Tree plus sigils or something. Breach rework. Nah, I don't really see. Breaches is elegant in its simplicity, right? I don't feel like it's something that needs to be reworked. I would see more like, yeah, more like 3.3. Holy shit, is this not 3.26? Hold up. Has GGG anywhere said 3.26? Has GGG said 3.26 anywhere? I'm sure they did, right? What about, yeah, like a crafting system rework? I mean, we've already got some of that. I saw that, the new liner unique. Have they said They haven't said 3.26 anywhere, have they? Ah, they did. Fuck, I'm dumb. Never mind. But it's gonna be a debate. It's actually 3.3. Imagine they remove scours. I would freaking riot. No, they wouldn't. I feel like it's a troll though. Sorry, you're late. What's Uber Elder? So we've got Uber Elder. We had Elder, then we had Uber Elder, and then we got Uber Elder, and now we're gonna get Uber Elder. AKA Cuba Elder. Influence Fracturing Orb. Chaos Skill buff. He needs his scours. There's gonna be plenty of crafting this league. I must actually sit down with PTK and plan the crafts that we need to do. 4.0. That came out in December. Uber Booba Elder? That Siri gets plus boobs? Did I go back to work in this long? No, I've been streaming, making videos, writing guides. I'm not a pussy who complained and ran away like a lot of other people. No, not like you. Actually, it's so ironic. Sorry, Forbidden Exile. I forgot. I was thinking about other PoE creators, not you. But there were a lot of other creators who just were like, fuck this. Rah. God, that could have been misconstrued so badly at the wrong people. No, don't leave me, Shadow. Nini, no. I use the P word. I don't even use the P word. Why did I say it? I think I'm sick. And now my brain is addled with literal toxicity. I never call anything a P word. Should be taken as a compliment. And you took that personally? No, that wasn't my intention. I slipped up. I'm diseasy, okay? I'm diseasy. Have I put in new pinnacle? Oh yeah, I have put in new pinnacle. The Great Pact beckons. Houses fight back. Huh. Oh yeah, chaos stop back. Yeah, no, my I don't know what's going on with my filter the last couple of days. Yesterday I got like giga triggered in a way that I don't normally. Today I'm saying other weird stuff. Rework of RF? No. They can't. The P word I use in your home. Yeah, exactly. Why would you say the American P word when you could say the South African P word?
I had a college fund,
Save your
but I
buttholes,
spent
boys.
it on a boat and called it my scholarship.
Oh my god. That's hard. That's hard. Defense reworks. Yeah. I like that. Hi, cutie. Just passing by to send kisses. Thank you. Armor? Armor is useful. Armor's great in PoE 1. How do I know you're from South Africa? Because you got ZA in your name. I don't know if you're trolling. Hi. How you doing, Proshiro? Armor is great. I wonder if we're going to get like Fizztake and Avs back. How long do we have? 13 minutes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10 blocks. More tier 17 maps. Yeah. King March's core. That's kind of confirmed, right? So we could put in. Can I make this a teeny bit smaller? You're gonna make some coffee. Good. Made some good progress on chores. New PvP mode. I'll be so happy.
A familiar face.
Madsky. Thank you for follow. Better get moving. We're moving. Alice. Yeah, I was thinking of that, right? The Jonathan Square. Should we say King's March and Chansko Core? Wait, what did you say? Atlas Jewel Sockets. Yeah, I was thinking, I mean, it was literally in my video that I put that in. Okay, I'll just say Atlas Jewels. Nebby, not guitar. Yeah, WSC is mega copes. It's never gonna happen. Can't remember anything he reads 0.2 seconds after he reads it. He can't remember anything he reads 0.2 seconds after he reads it. He can't read any. Okay. Crafting system rework. What about something more like a meta analysis of like people.
I love the Zoggy thong, but I'm too tired for it tonight.
People spam. No. Oi. The Zoggy thong. We're so back. But inevitably get angry about something inconsequential. Oh, Marquis Stupo, how you doing? Thank you for the sub. One, yeah, I like that. After new, unique. Extra content added to campaign. Okay, I like that. But I don't know if they'll show that. New oh, yeah. Okay, I like that, Lugia. New. Oi. New. Epilogue area. How is introduced? Stop. Oh. OMG. Chrono King, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub, Chrono King. Cut axe by half? Why? Campaign is the best part of the game. Or passions that no one will interact with? I mean, it depends. DC Runner, thank you for the follow. General change in the campaign, with Jonathan saying something like, to keep the campaign exciting, we've made changes to the gems given a Sanctum nerve. It takes too long for you. You gotta watch my guides, man. I'm Exile. Whoa! DC Runner with a Prime sub. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. You guys are so cool. You guys are so cool today. Which mechanic will go? I wonder if they're going to remove Tormented Spirits and replace it with just Sentinels. So like you're just running on a map and then you find a Sentinel. You need something to smash mobs. Sanctum was nerfed already, yes. We have Wisps at home. We have Wisps. We have Abyss and Tormented Spirits. Will I do crafting guides? I will do crafting videos. They won't necessarily be guides, but I will at least explain the process as I'm doing it. So it'll, I guess, function as a guide. When you watch me on YouTube and just see me streaming? Oh, nice. Thank you for joining the stream. Underused scarabs. Oh, yeah. Scarab. I'd say major scarab rework. There's something about scarabs that feels shite right now. I preferred the old scarabs. The ones that are out now are just so, like, weird. Should we also say major Atlas tree rework? Like my old school crafting videos? Yeah. There'll be some will be done on stream, and then I'll try and also do some off stream, because the vibe of an on stream recording is so different from an off stream. Oh, Daddy Diesel, OMG. Guitaraholic, I will send you what my plans are. 7 minutes, 62,000. Tier 17? Oh, you had a 771 megabyte update? Tier 18 maps. No. The 12 link. We kill Zana. I've got it here. Can I just say, like, something insane no one saw coming? Okay. And then I'm gonna quickly run to the bathroom. And then we'll keep going when I'm back, okay? Oh wait, sorry. No, that's not what I said.
With a streamer earlier, and he replied, "You have depression. Of course, everything seems shit and unexciting. Get a therapist." LOL. OMG, that timing.
I was talking about people who are perpetually angry at Path of Exile 2. and you just happen to send like a heartfelt message just before that. Oh, Zanello, you ate asparagus, now your wheat smells funny. I love that. I'll be right back.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Ice cookers go wow 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 ow 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 ow.
I'm back. All right. Let's do this thing. Anyone grabbing the Diablo 3 pet? I'm not. All right, your channel points are getting disabled. You have 4 minutes and 30 seconds to spam them. Up to 75k.
Why you bully me?
Take an ETAS and play a build. I'll have fun printing divines and crafting and shit and making that content.
Why are you leaking my DMs? What the fuck? This is so toxic. Why this is so toxic? Just TTSing DMs? Let's do it. Good to see you. Godlaw. How you doing? Anyone grabbing... Oh yeah, I read that. Where is the makeout with Zana box asking for a friend? 86,000 viewers? There's got to be more than that now, right? Gale! 188,000. Holy shit. It's coming, dudes and dudettes.
My Rofil copter goes soy 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 soy.
Gump, what's up?
Soy 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 soy.
May all your favorite skills get an interesting change. We're so close, dudes. Where do I put my cam so I'm not in the way? Is that okay? Perfect. All right. I'll go over here. I'm gonna hide dono alerts. So if anyone wants to send $100 before the stream starts, you have 2 minutes to be acknowledged on screen, or else no one will ever see your name. Your German question, watching Sobor opening the beer bottle? I have a beer? Dead game, only 86,000 viewers. Oh, we're so close. This feels like the PoE 2 reveal in terms of hype. Open the bottle. Yeah, have a beer. Why not? I won't have a beer. So close to 100k. One minute to go. One minute to go. What do we think? Clever. Thank you for the follow.
A familiar face.
Okay, I'm gonna have to disable alerts and stuff for the announcement. Gottlob beer. All right, alert box going off. Channel points going off. Nani? Okay, channel points off. Have fun, everyone. Catch you on the other side. Get your towels ready. Zana is Maven's mom. What? Oh, okay, and dono alerts are also going off. I'm just gonna hide this, alright? And Ghost Chat also is moving. Yay, it's happening. I learned heute Deutsch. 5, it's happening. OMG.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers from Grinding Gear Games.
I'm so
And
sorry.
today we're here to showcase a new expansion for PoE 1. It's certainly been too long since we had one of these.
It has.
Now, we had some struggles as a studio for a little while there, but we've got our shit together and we're back in action now.
Damn, he said the
Path of
S
Exile
word.
Secrets of the Atlas is coming out 1 week from now on the 13th of June. And we're committing right now to a 4-month cycle for both PoE 1 and 2.
Wow.
That means the next PoE 2 League will be in August, and the next PoE 1 League after that will be in October. Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream, so you'll be able to claim your Skull of Undeath helmet skin by following the instructions below. This Skull of Undeath will track and show your total number of kills, deaths, and your KDR. Just because Path of
KDR?
Exile is in a first-person shooter doesn't mean this isn't important. Proudly or shamefully, link it to your friends or in global chat to show it off.
Your KD, that's so
With that,
funny.
let's get to why you're here. Secrets of the Atlas.
Must I pump it up a little bit? Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, it's happening at
You can
last.
search 1,000 worlds and still never truly discover who you are.
Shh.
Trust me. I should know. But now, I seek something more tangible. Someone I care for. Trapped within the Atlas.
Oh, it's Sana.
Reliving memories. Made real.
Oh my god.
Made grotesque. Made foul. These manifestations must be destroyed. Their threads must be eradicated. I must have answers.
Sorry about the
We
quality.
must find the originator.
Baby Zana and Daddy.
We must save my sister.
My sister. It's Zana. Oh my god. Secrets of the Atlas. New endgame mechanics. New mythical bosses, yes. New crafting mechanics. A completed King's March. Rune crafts. What the frick's that? Betrayal rework. And more, including... Oh my...
Either a client or a target.
Target inside.
Job's done.
What the fuck was that? We killing Zana?
Your sanity is not promised to you here.
Don't make me kill Zana. Oh my god, that looks so cool.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts,
Yes, we
Game
got it.
Director on Path of Exile. As you just saw from the trailer, there's a lot to show you. Today, we will take you on a deep dive into the new Path of Exile Secrets of the Atlas endgame update. Then, we'll explore the new challenge league, the Mercenaries of Trarthan. After that, we'll cover the integration of gold into PoE 1 and how we're bringing Settlers of Kalgur into the core game.
You see?
Finally, we have a much-awaited upgrade to Betrayal League and a set of quality of life improvements.
Dude, we're nailing this bingo.
Then
We're nailing
we'll
this
wrap
bingo.
up by discussing our boss kill race event, showing you our new supporter packs, and ending with a live Q&A session where Ziggy D will ask Jonathan and I your questions from Twitch chat. In Path of Exile's Secrets of the Atlas, strange rifts have begun to appear across the Atlas. Zana has returned and appears to be trapped within.
No.
Partway through the endgame, you will meet Egan, an intelligent man of mysterious heritage. These tears in reality he has discovered are actually threads of memory, distorted and made real by the Atlas.
It's Negan.
Egan is able to create a link to these memory threads and open portals to them. Working with Egan, you must step through and find Zana.
That's baby
or
Zana.
whatever remains of her.
What the fuck? Whatever. Don't say that.
Okay, so that's the story background. But how does this expansion actually work? In the Secrets of the Atlas, the pursuit of Zana with Egon is a new storyline that is introduced in high-tier maps. Upon meeting Egan and discovering the tier, he will then transfer it to your map device and reveal this on your Atlas.
What? What
a
is
thread of memories.
Ah.
In order to now access each map on the thread, you simply need to talk to Egan when you're ready, and he'll open the areas in sequence. These areas can be fully influenced by your Atlas tree, scarabs, fragments, and everything of the sort. As you work your way along the thread, you will discover that these maps have manifested dangerous threats, influenced by the memories of Zana herself. Monsters here are imbued with memory petals. Defeat them to absorb this power, which can be unleashed as a special ability during combat. Different maps on the thread have different abilities.
Oh.
And these abilities appear on an additional mini skill bar next to your regular skills. For example, Memory of Disbelief will cause all affected monsters to stop dropping equipment items, meaning they can now only drop more valuable items, like currency and maps. Memory of Panic will make all affected monsters revive immediately after death, which means you can get twice as much experience and drops from them. And Memory of Impatience will cause all surrounding enemies to give you their souls, temporarily increasing your power. As you progress further into the thread of memories, the maps can have more than one memory, and thus you can have more than one powerful ability. As you gather memory petals, you can use these powers together. Each skill costs its own amount of memory petals. So using the examples above, you can first use Memory of Impatience to become way more powerful.
Yeah, it is
then
like
use
Sentinel.
Memory of Panic to prepare them to revive when they are slain. Then use Memory of Disbelief to cause them to drop better, more valuable items. Finally, obliterate them all.
I thought this was
The
on
Memory
my
of Panic
channel.
will kick in, causing them to revive. And then wipe them out again, allowing you to get all the experience and enhanced drops twice. There are many combinations of these powers, so you'll have to carefully consider how they best work together.
They're using SST and corrupting.
That's not the only
Fever.
extra layer of content juicing these maps offer.
Okay.
As you defeat the boss of each map along the thread, you are presented with an altar.
Oh shit.
This altar will apply a modifier to all following maps in the thread, and these will stack as you go. So the deeper you delve into a
Crushing
memory,
Fist.
the more mods you will have. This, combined with the special abilities, will allow for some of the most juice maps ever run in Path of Exile. Let's take a look at some of the altar mods. You are always presented with two choices and must pick one. This mod, for example, will cause some rare monsters to be possessed by tormented spirits.
Half of them.
Where this mod makes Kerak modifiers free to craft. Both of these apply to all subsequent maps in the thread. The final map in each thread is a true challenge, with all the altar mods applying to it and guarded by a powerful boss. Each of these bosses are familiar, but dreamlike, drawn from Zana's memories and warped by the Atlas into something very different and terrifying. In this map, you will fight the pinnacle boss, Cirrus.
What the?
Fueled by Zana's affectionate memories of him, his enhanced abilities can prove to be a unique challenge.
Oh shit. Rework.
If you manage to defeat Cirrus, or one of the other warped memory bosses, they will drop a map fragment, which Egan can use to delve deeper into the memory tiers.
Dude, how are we gonna start with Sanctum?
With these, you can access a set of 3 new pinnacle bosses.
Yes. What are they?
In this arena, the Moment of Reverence, Zana is reliving a memory of her father, Valdo, giving a passionate speech in Oriath. The Atlas distorts this memory of her father as a powerful, influential man and manifests those emotions into a twisted nightmare.
What the
The
frick?
incarnation of dread.
This is so rad.
Another memory created is the incarnation of neglect.
130,000
and
viewers.
The incarnation of fear. Good luck, exiles. Of course, if you are brave and strong enough to defeat them, each of these new pinnacle bosses have new unique items befitting them. If you slay the incarnation of fear, you might be lucky enough to find
Starfall?
the Starcaller unique abyssal axe.
What the frick is
We're
Starfall?
gonna show this one because it's straight up badass.
That was a new,
The
yeah, it was a
Starcaller
new
axe is a
influence.
weapon that can harness the power of the stars themselves to deal immense damage.
Excuse me.
What makes it shine, however, is that on melee crit, it casts Starfall, a new skill. With the right build, you can carpet entire areas and wipe out screens of enemies as you rain down the elements upon them.
Holy shit.
Another item you may find, and this one is my favorite, is the Wine of the Prophet unique flask.
The divination buff.
It consumes a lot of charges, but every time you use it, you draw a random divination card. This
What?
card appears above you and correlates to a powerful buff. If you draw the Escape card, you'll gain increased movement speed. Or maybe you'll draw the Doctor, which will cause you to gain the modifiers of slain rares you kill. Effectively,
shit, that's
you
so
can think
cool.
of this unique as being many other uniques all in one.
That is
There are many,
fucking
many cards to
awesome.
draw,
That is so
each
cool.
with varying degrees of power to grant.
I want it.
Okay,
Wow.
but let's get back to the Atlas.
Yeah, new influence.
After defeating all 3 new pinnacle bosses, you'll be able to find new memory-influenced Tier 16 maps.
Whoa,
These
okay.
maps come with the previously mentioned special abilities and monsters infused with memory pedals, but can also roll the same modifiers typically found on Tier 17 maps, making them far more rewarding.
Ah, I see, okay.
With all these new memory maps comes a new item mechanic. Items in these maps can drop with memory strands, and will have a random amount, up to 100.
What is it?
This does a few things. When you identify the item, it will increase the tiers of modifiers your item has. Generally speaking, the more memory strands, the better the item will be.
Wait, so this is like the tiered
On
system.
top of this, whenever you're crafting that item using currency orbs to replace or add modifiers, such as alterations, chaos, and so forth, it will consume some memory strands to make the crafted mods more powerful.
J-Rippy,
The new
thank you.
pinnacle bosses also drop new crafting currencies, which can be used to manipulate the amount of memory strands on an item.
What the shit?
The Orb of Remembrance will let you add memory strands to any normal equipment. So if you have your perfect base to craft on, and it doesn't already have memory strands, you can add some before crafting it. The Orb of Unraveling will consume all remaining memory strands on an item to randomly upgrade its mod tiers. This orb's effectiveness is based on the number of memory strands it consumes.
Dude, what the
Orb
shit?
of Intention can be used on memory influence maps to reduce item drops, but improve the chance to find items with memory strands. In the process of adding these new currency items, we realized something was missing. The Shaper and the Elder did not have their own Exalted Orbs.
And have you improved
This
the
has now been
modifiers?
rectified. Both bosses now have Exalted Orbs, which
It
can
is.
add their influence to an item. Zana was there from the beginning, when the Shaper Pinnacle fight was first added. She helped defeat the Elder, and she was a critical part of the Conqueror's storyline. Now, with all 6 influence types having their own Exalted Orbs, the cycle is complete. It's almost as if we could now do some sort of new, epic, unique item to interact with them. In other news,
Naughty.
there of course has to be Atlas passive tree support for this new endgame content.
Yeah, I
Let's
hope they
take a
add
look at
new
a few
stuff,
things
dude.
we're adding. The Grasp the Past notable passive skill increases the chance for the amount of memory strands on items dropped in your memory influence maps to be lucky. This means it will roll the number of memory strands twice, keeping the highest value. By allocating traumatic experience, remembered kindness, or educated upbringing, you'll decrease the chance of finding memory threads that lead to specific bosses, meaning you'll have better chances at finding the memory threads you would like to run.
Okay.
This is especially useful if you want to target farm a specific boss because of its unique item drops. In sum, the secrets of the Atlas will have you questioning what is real as you attempt to free Zana from warped memories scattered throughout the Atlas. You'll fight new Guardian and Pinnacle bosses tormenting her, find crazy new Pinnacle uniques, combine and unleash memory petal-empowered skills, juice maps to new heights, and craft powerful new items.
Please tell me you reworked influence.
While we were showing
Okay,
all
gold.
the juicy rewards from the new endgame system, you might have noticed that a lot of gold was dropping.
They've shown
Let's talk about that.
SST in every
Gold was
teaser.
introduced during the Settlers of Kalgur expansion. It funded the development and operations of King's March, along with various new features such as the currency exchange, the black market, and the passive respec system with Faustus. Those features offered by Faustus will be here to stay.
Yes.
Along with some of the other services King's March has to offer. We'll get more into that later, but don't worry. King's March has already been completed. There will be no more town building.
Yes.
Like before, gold will be used for town services, but we're also adding a new way to use it in the upcoming league. It's time to talk about Mercenaries of Trarthan.
You see, it is a league.
In this league, you will meet veterans who have travelled all the way from the lawless cities of Trarthus. They're ready to offer their sinister services, but not for free.
Dude,
You will encounter these mercenaries as you
God.
journey through Rayclast, one in each area.
We haven't had a league like
They
this
have
for
their
like
own
3.5
personalities
years.
and come with different builds,
It's been so long.
skills, and items already equipped. After meeting them, as per the Trarthan Code, they will challenge you to a duel,
It
a
has been
test of
so
strength
long.
and conviction.
We haven't had a
Before
league
beginning
like
the duel,
this
you will
in
be
3.5
offered an
years.
overview of the mercenary you've encountered. Here, you can see the gear they have equipped, the skills they employ, and any support effects augmenting those skills. You must now make a choice. You can hire their services, take one of their items, or exile them. If you choose to hire them, for a gold cost, they will accompany you as a skilled combatant to assist you in fighting monsters throughout Rayclast.
Mercenaries?
Once you've decided, you can begin the duel. This is a great opportunity to test them, as you don't want to be out of pocket with a useless rookie.
Wait, we're getting
However,
mercenaries?
they're testing you too. They also don't want to be working for an amateur. So, what items might they be using? Generally speaking, mercenary gear is more powerful than what you'd normally find from defeating monsters, as they've been crafting their items too. They can also come equipped with unique items, those that would make sense for the skills they are using. There are even some new unique items that can only be obtained from defeating them. One such unique is Scornflux. These boots combine agility with the mastery of the arcane.
Oh, wow.
While
Okay.
equipped, increases to cast speed from Arcane Surge also apply to movement speed, which is worth noting is now 20% inherently from Arcane Surge.
They do
up
have
from 10.
numbers, which is
They
weird.
also grant Arcane Surge when you use a movement skill. This allows for some speedy spellcasters. Sometimes you may meet particularly infamous Trarthan mercenaries,
Who's that?
bearing the name of their house. These mercenaries descend from the 4 major death trade families in Trarthus. They are less common, but have far better items. And they are also the sole source of items with new, infamous modifiers, unseen before in Rayclast.
What? Like what?
Such as these gloves, which convert all of your minions' fire damage to chaos damage.
Holy fuck.
Or this helmet, which causes nearby enemies to take more physical damage as you gain more fortification. If you're not swayed by any of their equipped gear, however, you can always challenge them for the contents of their pockets. If you lose the duel, don't worry. You don't need to give them an item. You aren't bound to Trarthan tradition like they are. However, you are bound to Rayclast tradition, so you'll just die.
Almost at me. Well, not really.
While playing in a party, each player can decide whether or not they want to participate in combat against the mercenary.
I don't know.
For each player that opts in, the mercenary gets more difficult. But if they're defeated, each player has a 50% chance to get a random reward, which is usually currency items from the mercenary's pouch. Alternatively, party members that opt out of the fight can spectate and cheer you on. Or they might wish for your demise, so they can pick up that allocated divine waiting off screen.
Dead. Good.
Let's say you won the duel, like their items, and have decided to hire them. What combat skills do they bring to the table? Each mercenary has an archetype.
Trigger Slam.
This
What's Trigger
mercenary
Slam?
is an eruptor,
Ashen
which perfectly
Fisher.
couples with my slower, more aura-focused Scion.
There are 2 new skills there.
This mercenary is highly aggressive, and will get a lot of benefit from the auras and buffs I provided.
Dude, it's just like a straight up freaking...
When I'm playing a more aggressive character myself though, I'll want a mercenary with a bit more resilience and utility. I've just run into a striker, who can spawn
Physical
with Vigilant
Aegis?
Strike. And if you're lucky, a very
that's
rare
not
golden
new.
support that causes the fortify granted by his Vigilant Strike to apply to me as well. He will also frequently use Enduring Cry, taunting enemies off of me, and operating as a tanky frontline while I blitz off damage from the back. Sometimes when you fight a mercenary, you may notice the skills they're using are different from normal.
Yeah.
For example, this sniper is using a Trarthan version of Siege Ballista.
Wait, do we get them?
If you're lucky, you will be able to select it as your reward when challenging them. Then defeat them, and they'll drop the Trarthan gem as promised.
New games, dude. 1 minute
You
commercial.
can only
Oh,
have
shit.
one mercenary accompanying you at a time,
Fuck.
but up to 3 total in your service. The other 2 will wait patiently in town. Having varied options is useful, as there may be situations where you need specific backup, like a difficult boss fight. Any of your mercenaries you have active, or in your reserves, can have their equipment replaced with items of your choosing. They don't level up, so you will want to be looking out for more skilled and more powerful mercenaries as you advance through the campaign and endgame.
Dude, it's like a straight up D2 merc.
If your mercenary falls in combat, you will need to return to town and spend some gold on healing supplies to get them back on their feet. Then perhaps consider giving them some upgrades, if you think it's deserved.
What the frick, dude?
I just wanted to clarify, mercenaries do not lose their equipment when defeated. If your merc buddy consistently fails you, you can just dismiss them and find a new, more resilient ally.
Holy shit. Straight up D2.
I'll walk mine.
We're actually getting mercs in PoE.
Earlier,
That's crazy.
I mentioned you could exile mercenaries.
Yeah?
If you keep running into a mercenary archetype and you think, man, this guy stinks, the gear is trash and they have no auras, you can then choose to exile them. If you win the duel, they'll be forced to leave with their tail between their legs, and you won't encounter that archetype again for a while.
Ah.
Now, alongside these new Trarthan arrivals, we shouldn't forget about the recent Kalguran ones too. As we mentioned earlier, the Settlers update introduced gold-based respeccing of passive points. You can now do so by talking to a number of NPCs throughout Rayclast, starting with Bestil and Lionized Watch.
Ah, okay.
Black market item gambling, previously just available in Kingsmarch, is now available in each town at the same NPC.
Dude, that is
This lets you buy
so
randomly
sick.
generated item bases for gold. Very useful if you're stuck for upgrades or searching for a specific unique.
Thanks, PoE 2.
The currency exchange will be returning too. Starting from Lionized Watch in Act 6, you'll be able to find Faustus, who can help facilitate these trades. Now, after almost a year of building, Johan is finally satisfied with the upgrades made to the town, and now its services can be used to their full effect. Kingsmarch is going core, but there will be no more town building. As you start running maps in the endgame, you'll start to find different ore veins, which Kalguran workers can mine for you. The shipping mechanic invites you to send these ores and crops to Karui and Kalguran ports,
Oh, dear.
and they'll return rewards in kind.
This is like a buff for
By sending
everything.
shipments, you'll receive different items. But by sending to Karui ports, you will also receive tattoos, which can be used on your passive tree to change what stats they grant.
That's my favorite sound in Path of Exile, the
The
tattoo
Kalguran
sound.
ports will be sending back rune grafts. which is a new passive tree mechanic that replaces the runesmithing service previously offered by the town.
What the shit?
These are similar to tattoos, but instead of replacing stat nodes, they replace a passive tree mastery node.
No.
For example, Rune Graft of the Bound reduces bonuses gained from boots, but increases bonuses gained from gloves. Rune Graft of the River has a chance to recover your life to full if you reach low life.
Okay.
And the Rune Graft of Time, which has a chance for your cooldown skills to instantly recover from their cooldown, which I will note includes cooldowns on your triggers, just in case you wanted to trigger even more spells. There are many other Rune Grafts which cover a wide range of different builds and stats. Some are more common and others rarer. You can only use one of a given type at a time, but you can use them on any mastery on your passive tree,
That fortress
which can
one
be
is...
particularly useful for off-class investment. Isla has continued to make modifications to the Recombinator.
Okay, please.
She has developed a new method of recombination that you may recognize from Path of Exile 2. For those unfamiliar, this method allows you to decide which modifiers on the two input items you want to try merge together, and it has a success chance you can see.
Okay, good. It's
This
been
method
nerfed.
can result in the items being destroyed.
They're nerfing
However,
the shit
it is
out
a
of
good
it.
option to use when trying to create items with fewer mods to use as crafting projects.
Good.
Given the existing recombinating mechanic was very powerful for top-end crafting, we didn't want to remove it. We have kept it, and you can now choose to use it the old way or the new way.
Wait, what? No.
By letting fate decide,
no.
it will combine the two items randomly. There is no risk of destroying either item, but it will be less predictable.
Dude, why do people think they like
As Settlers is now a
recombinators,
core
but they don't?
mechanic, we've also added Atlas passive tree support. For example, if you wanted to gather more Verisium ore, you could take this notable. Each
Ooh.
ore has a similar node.
Does this count? Major Atlas tree rework?
Refiner's Bargain converts items dropped by possessed monsters into thaumaturgic dust, sulfite into random ores, and life force into random crops.
It's super busy.
We've also added a set of Kalguran scarabs, so you can add more ore deposits, increase the rarity of monsters that guard ore deposits to at least magic, or gather smelted bars from ore you mark instead of ores. To sum it all up, Kingsmarch is now a thriving town where you can employ a swath of workers to collect resources, refine ores,
Extra points?
craft items,
I doubt it.
and run maps for you. Send shipments of resources in exchange for tattoos and rune grafts, using those to modify your passive tree to an extent never seen before.
Yeah.
Following on from that, we've also made a substantial rework to another important mechanic.
We got that one.
Betrayal. As a refresher,
I
and to
love
explain to new
Betrayal,
players, let's briefly explain what Betrayal is.
Good
Betrayal
luck.
is a mechanic introduced in Act 9 and tells the story of Jun Ortoy and her investigation of the Immortal Syndicate. This is a mysterious group of exiles who can seemingly come back from death.
Jun.
You must help Jun to uncover their leader, the Syndicate Mastermind. The Immortal Syndicate is organized into 4 divisions: transportation, fortification, research, and intervention. As you encounter the Immortal Syndicate members, you'll gain intelligence for each of these divisions to discover the location of their leaders,
The minimap's
tracking them to
hidden.
their safe houses.
On the right. But
Defeating
there's no
the division
overlay.
leaders at their safe houses will reward you with intelligence on the Syndicate Mastermind.
Okay.
In your journey to track down the Syndicate leader, you'll manipulate the members of the Immortal Syndicate to change divisions, form friendships and rivalries,
What is that skill?
and even banish them from the Syndicate for a time. Historically, after encountering and defeating the Syndicate Mastermind, the state of the Immortal Syndicate would reset, requiring you to start from the beginning of the investigation again. This has always been a difficult decision for players and can often feel bad. Do you fight the Mastermind for a chance at the special loot, or keep farming the safe houses that you've spent so long setting up? Well, in the Secrets of the Atlas expansion, we've split out the Mastermind to be completely separate from the core mechanic.
Oh, clever.
The boss is now accessible through a new fragment
And I can
that has a
sell it.
chance to drop from the safe house leaders at high levels.
I think you're right, Nikos.
The
Yeah.
Mastermind no longer resets the state of the Immortal Syndicate.
That is a huge buff.
You can now build your
buff.
Betrayal board to your liking, optimize it, do Mastermind fights, and reap the rewards without having to lose all your progress every time.
152,000 people.
The boss fight itself has also been improved,
Chance.
now with significantly fewer immunity phases and new rewards.
Ah, new rewards such
By
as?
the way, if you're a new player to Path of Exile 1, don't worry about all this detail. This content is optional, and you can discover and engage with it at your own pace.
We do, Thunder.
The Mastermind still has a chance to drop a Veiled Orb, now renamed to Veiled Exalted Orb. Veiled Chaos Orbs are being re-added to other safe house leaders.
Oh, okay. So
In
not
addition,
just core?
the Mastermind now drops the new All-Flame Embers. All-Flame Embers are map fragments that replace monster packs in in-game maps with different types of special monsters.
Holy shit, dude.
These packs have unusual properties, compositions, or rewards. For example, you might use the All-Flame Ember of Kulamak, which replaces packs with Syndicate monsters and their leaders, who revive after the map boss has been slain.
Oh.
This might at first sound annoying due to backtracking,
Yeah, the overlapping.
but these monsters when revived are far more intense and rewarding. It is our intention with Allflames to provide many different types that combine with other mechanics, multiplying with your existing modifiers in new and interesting ways. Another good example of this is the All-Flame Ember of Propagation. When slain, special rare monsters added by this All-Flame here will spread their modifiers to other rare monsters in the map. This can be useful when trying to create singular, very powerful, and very rewarding monsters. Something akin to meat sacks, which are making a reinvented comeback with this update too. Another is the All-Flame Ember of
Limit
Resplendence,
2, yeah.
which adds monsters that drop no items. But when you slay them, you get buff stacks of increased quantity and rarity to enhance the drops of all other monsters.
Ah.
All-Flame Embers can be placed in your map device like scarabs, and used in conjunction with scarabs to further customize your maps. We're looking forward to seeing which combinations players find to enhance their maps. Perhaps you'll use all scarabs, all All-Flames, or maybe mix and match. It's up to you. The Mastermind's unique items have also been improved.
Ah.
The veiled modifiers generated on these items are now from a custom pool exclusive to those uniques.
Okay.
Bitter Bind Point, for example, can now have various Spectre-specific outcomes, such as +1 additional Spectre. Aside from improved rewards from the Mastermind, all the safe house rewards have also been rebalanced.
Yes. Oh,
We've
shit,
done a pass
yes,
on the
dude.
crafting sprees at the end of many safe houses.
These were...
For those who aren't aware how these crafting sprees work,
I
well,
bet, yeah.
it's simple. There's a crafting bench with an item in it and a bunch of currency.
Hell.
There's a limited
this
amount
is
of
way
time,
more fun.
and your only objective is to craft the best item possible before the time ends.
Okay, this is
One of the problems
sick.
that the crafting sprees have is that they often require you to have specific items on hand in order to best maximize your result. But how are you supposed to know that beforehand?
Exactly.
In order to solve this, most of the crafting sprees now offer pre-generated items. This has also allowed us to add much more powerful crafting options in each spree. Let's take a look at a few examples. In this spree, a randomly generated amulet or ring
Reflected
will be waiting
mist?
for you. Test your crafting skill or luck with this reflecting mist crafting spree, and see if you can create something worthy of Kalandra's
so
praise.
Cool. That is so cool. Wow.
And in this spree, you will find a pre-generated unique item and a new kind of orb that resembles a Val orb, but not quite the same.
What does it do?
Normally, you can only corrupt an item once, but uniques in this spree can be corrupted and re-corrupted as many times as there are orbs. This orb also allows you to get 2 corrupted implicits and has a much lower chance to brick the item. It can be a very useful tool for seeking specific corrupted implicit outcomes.
What the frick?
Of course, if you push your luck, you can still ruin the item. There are also crafting sprees where you still need to provide an item, but those items are generally more accessible and it occurs less frequently. This one allows you to bring your own normal rarity item, then just go ballistic with a whole ton of scouring orbs and orbs of chance, hoping to get your ideal unique.
Fuck me, this is great.
For most sprees, the rank of the Syndicate member increases the amount of currency provided, the quality of the pre-generated items, and the time allowed to craft your item. Aside from the crafting sprees, there are other new options too. If you love gambling for currency, how about you try opening Varici's Emperor's Luck chests? These work just like the Emperor's Luck Divination card and provide full stacks of currency.
Oh, okay.
If you're lucky enough, unlike me, you could end up with a whole lot of divines.
20 mirrors. Or 10, I don't know.
Betrayal is a good source of veiled items. Veiled items have some important quality of life improvements in this expansion too.
Yeah, Betrayal's good.
All of the crafting bench options normally granted by unveiling items are instead now moved to the core game, so you don't need to run Betrayal to unlock them. They are instead found at the entrances to boss rooms and endgame maps.
Okay, good.
On top of that, you no longer need to speak to Jun to unveil items. You can just right-click them, or the equivalent on gamepad, and select which veiled modifier you want to unveil. Overall, Betrayal is now much more streamlined and more rewarding. Happy interrogations.
Dude, I already loved Betrayal. What the... PTK, we have to sit in Sanctum
Now,
Prison.
before we get into our quality of life additions, let's quickly talk about some character balance.
Yes.
We will be doing our regular character balance changes, where we are bringing outliers in line to help evolve the meta, but we are also focusing our attention on buffing some specific things. This includes spellcasting supports that specifically enhance self-casting builds, channeled spells, adding new options to the Guardian, Berserker, Elementalist, Saboteur, and Champion Ascendancy classes, which include some favorites from some of the alternate classes from Legacy of Frisia, and buffing a whole bunch of transfigured gems that never really hit the mark. Combined with the new endgame crafting, improved Betrayal crafting options, rune grafts for your passive tree, new pinnacle unique items, new modifiers and Trarthan gems from the mercenaries, and of course the mercenaries themselves to act as an extension to your character, it's safe to say there's a lot of new character options and builds to think about. Instead of delving into all of these in more detail, we figured we'd just let you absorb them through the patch notes so you can do it at your own pace. In the Secrets of the Atlas expansion, we've also added a lot of the quality of life features that we know you've all been asking for. A lot of these have already been posted, but let's take a look now in case you missed any. You can now pause the game at any time by pressing escape to open the menu.
This is how we're doing so
far. Or by opening
far.
any full screen interface, like the passive tree. You'll also be paused if any lag is detected or if you disconnect. It's worth noting that in certain Pinnacle arenas, a debuff will be applied to you that prevents you from pausing. We're also making a change to how you use currency items on strongboxes and monsters imprisoned in essences. Based on the currency in your inventory and the state of the strongbox, these buttons will appear. Valuable currency like divine orbs have been excluded from this, as it would often be wasteful to use in this context. The same applies to essences with the remnant of corruption currency. Orbs of Horizon have been updated. They can now reroll your Elder and Conqueror Guardian maps. Doing so will reroll the base map and the Guardian of that map. The map device now has a small additional inventory. This is particularly useful if you're rolling many maps to run in sequence, or if you want to use varying amounts of scarabs or other map fragments. During breach encounters, all the splinters will be automatically collected and dropped at the end of the breach. On gamepads, we have separated the targeting of monsters and non-monsters, so you are able to target them independently. This removes a bunch of frustration when you are trying to interact with objects in the world and monsters are nearby. You no longer have to kill all of them first. Vendor windows will now remember your last search. This is remembered until you log out and is remembered on a per NPC basis. The amount of characters you can type in the search field has also been increased. When using currency items, after right-clicking them, it will highlight all other items which that currency can be used on. There are many other quality of life improvements, so keep an eye on the patch notes after this livestream concludes.
Yes.
Alongside the launch of Secrets of the Atlas, we are hosting a competitive event where players will race to be the first to kill the new Pinnacle bosses. The event will take place in the hardcore, solo self-found Mercenaries of Trarthan League. We have some interesting prizes in store for the winners. Keep an eye on the news in the lead up to launch for more details about how the event will work and what its prizes are. Next up, we're going to be talking about our new League supporter packs.
Shut up and take my money.
Today, we're launching 2 new series of supporter packs, the Frisian Magistrate and Crypt Keeper packs. Each tier contains the pack's full face value in points, alongside several exclusive microtransactions. As always, the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way. The Frisian Magistrate series of supporter packs contains 6 exclusive microtransactions. The Frisian Magistrate character effect will bind your character in thorny vines and roses. You can select which parts of the character you want to have covered, either your entire body, your lower body, or your upper body. As you approach waypoints, it will emit leaves and golden petals towards it. When activating the waypoint, it will create a burst around you. Envelop your weapon in thorny vines and golden flora with the Frisian Magistrate weapon effect. Your weapon will also create a trail to match as you swing, and even comes with its own hit effect when slaying enemies. You are the law while wearing the armor of the powerful Frisian Grand Magistrate.
Damn.
The Spider Blossom pet activates its defense mechanism, disguising it as an elegant flower when near rare or unique enemies. The Frisian Imperial Magistrate back attachment comes in 2 forms. Equip either the Tombstone variant, which will leave tombstones in your honor when you meet your demise, or equip the Cape variant to cause the corpses of slain enemies to become enveloped in rose-thorn vines and blossom with golden flowers. Keep track of how well, or poorly, your ultimatums with the Trial Master have gone with the Trials of Chaos hideout decoration. It will keep track of the total number of waves completed, the total number of ultimatums succeeded, or even failed. On top of that, it will track the total number of times you've defeated the Trial Master himself. The Crypt Keeper pack series also contains 6 exclusive microtransactions. With the Crypt Keeper finisher effect, death itself will tear through into the realm of the living and steal the soul of slain unique enemies. The Crypt Keeper portal effect creates a gateway for lost souls to pass through.
Why must they be so expensive? I want the Brazilian pricing.
Become the true master of the undead by wearing the hallowed Crypt Keeper armor set. It comes with a more armored helmet variant and a creepy mask with a spectral hood. Looking to have some fun during idle time in your hideout? The Burrowing Bramble Bash hideout decoration will test your reaction speed as you try to whack as many Devourer heads as possible in the shortest time. It also comes with a scoreboard, so you can try to set new records to show off to your friends or just visitors coming to trade. Equip yourself with the Ghostly Dead as you ride the line between the living and the dead with the Sacred Crypt Keeper back attachment. The Sacred Archives map device resembles a magical library with the works of scholars that come to life when you open a map. This map device tracks how many of each core league you've completed in in-game maps. These packs are now available for purchase on both PC and console, and will remain so during Path of Exile Mercenaries of Trarthan. Additionally, any microtransactions from these supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 2. Meanwhile, the Paladin and Penance packs leave the store forever at the launch of the Mercenaries of Trarthan League, so now's your last chance to purchase them. Additionally, the Dawn of the Hunt mystery box will be made available for Path of Exile 1. If you have already unlocked any microtransactions from this box in Path of Exile 2, you will of course immediately have access to them in Path of Exile 1. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. We're just about to start the Q&A with Ziggy D. Afterwards, we'll post the full patch notes for Path of Exile, Secrets of the Atlas.
Dude, we have not had a league like this for 3.5 years.
At the end of next week, our community team will be posting crucial information you'll need for the release.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, it's effing for everyone.
Keep an eye on the news. Thanks for joining us today and checking out our latest developments. We're looking forward to dueling mercenaries, fighting new...
Uh-oh, stream's barking out. It's on me, it's on me. It's...
pinnacle bosses in the endgame, and exploring the new crafting systems and character builds next week. We'll begin the Q&A shortly, so please get your questions ready.
Uh-oh. Okay, what do we think? Holy shit, mind blown. That is what we've been waiting for, man. For so long. Like, since the announcement of the release date of PoE 2, we haven't had this. We used to get this tier once a year.
Back exiles to another.
Uh-oh. We are so back. Hell yes, we actually got a bingo.
I expect very large Q&A covering all that we have to cover for Secrets of the Atlas. I am, of course, joined by Jonathan and Mark. Welcome back, folks. Thanks for chatting with us once again.
Always great to have you over.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for being here as well.
Yeah.
That's it. There was a lot of...
Oi. All right. Yeah, this is super laggy.
I think pressure on this one for you guys. Like, it's been a long time since we've had a big Path of Exile 1 expansion.
Sure.
How did you guys feel going into this, and how do you feel like you've been able to deliver?
I mean, honestly, I'm like
it's
pretty
just like
happy
stealth
with where we're at.
frames.
Like, it isn't a it isn't a full year of development because obviously PoE 2.
You're up to bed? Yeah, honey feet.
Things a bit.
Sleep
The main thing
tight.
is we're kind of back in action now. We've worked out the model for how the studio can function doing the stuff, and ultimately what it required is kind of like merging the teams back together, kind of having everything so that like everyone's able to work on both games, not necessarily simultaneously for a given person, but effectively, we need.
All right, this is turbo scuffed. I like coming off that. Is
sort of like, our best people to
crazy.
Work on both games in order to really make
I'm gonna,
and so that effectively means that merge sort of approach is definitely way better. And so now that we've kind of got that, and now that we're back to sort of fixing deadlines again and everything like that, I think it will just go a lot smoother. And I'm pretty happy with effectively that we kind of got our.
Okay. You got the hat. I'm wondering if Sabo is going to be insane in Sanctum. No, he means a total category. All right, I'm gonna raid Arrow. I've been going to bed at like a reasonable time every night. I don't want to completely wonk out my sleep schedule, especially when I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. But I think tomorrow I'll come back and watch this, and I'll read the patch notes. And then I'll come on stream. We can chat about it, see what's new. But holy shit, absolutely insane. So good, so good. All right, let's go see Arrow. YouTube. Thank you for hanging, YouTube. There are quite a lot of people on YouTube today. Super short stream. I'll be on tomorrow. Tomorrow probably in about 12 hours. 12 hours, I would say. Thunderclap. I need to do some stuff in the morning and read, but yeah, let's say 12 hours. And then, all right. Everyone, have a wonderful day. Catch you soon. Thank you. I'm so fucking excited. Hell yes. Good night. Good night, YouTube. Bye, YouTube.
That's a lot of duration, though, too. That's a 40% increased duration. What did I just miss? Mighty Abdu, thank you for the 13 months. This is so loud. Lolcohol, thank you for the raid, bud. We can't see quality? That's true. Mass, thank you for the 5 months. Thank you for the pride. Appreciate you. Holy frick. This is crazy, right? I could see myself attempting to start this. This is a big damage buff, and Winter Orb is so much fun. Oh my god, dude. What is happening?